Good morning, everybody. We're now listening to the Morning Buzz here at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. I'm your host, Lara Zaccardi. And today, I'm also Olivia Rodrigo, for those on Facebook who are very confused on why I have stickers on my face. I wanted to have a little fun, a little theme, because why not? Join with me today is my co host, JT Bethia, our
Mm.
newscaster, Victor Muniz. Did I say your last name correctly?
Yes and no.
Cool. I'm so sorry.
No, don't worry about
We
it.
also have our segment host, Olive, the one and only share of the Morning Buzz, and we have Alex Braun, our sportscaster. Sweet. Also, Victor has his little light on, which is really cool because he's Childish Gambino. Yeah,
There you
drippy. Get to it. Sorry, those who are not listening on Facebook
go. Yeah,
because you can't obviously see the drip. I'm
yeah.
sorry. But yeah, Victor, whenever you're ready, let's just jump into the newscast.
Let's jump into the newscast that I'm opening right now so we can read it all together. Okay, I'm Victor Muniz Rosa, and this is WMSC News. In local news, starting today, New Jersey can sell recreational cannabis to adults 21 and over after Governor Phil Murphy announced that state regulators cleared the way for 7 locations to sell the drug. In national news, wildfires are tearing through Arizona, Colorado, and New Mexico. The fire's cause is still under investigation. It's fire season in the West and is growing more destructive because of climate change. In international news, President Vladimir Putin tried to claim victory in Mariupol, Ukraine, but his troops are holding their ground after Ukraine soldiers fought back. In MSU news, Montclair State education students joined statewide initiatives to end education test EDTPA. They list a variety of issues caused by the assessment, including interfering with professional growth and creating a significant financial burden to educators. In entertainment news, Johnny Depp testifies against actress Amber Heard, accusing his ex-wife for name calling and making demeaning comments about him. The weather today is mostly sunny with a low of 48 and a high of 63. For WMSC News, I'm Victor Muniz Rosa. Nos vemos.
Thanks. That was a beautiful newscast.
Thank you so much, Lara.
Anytime. I just newscasts are cool. Or news updates as we call them now, because apparently newscast is not a technically accurate term. But I know what a technically accurate term is, right?
Yeah.
I know what
I
it's
know.
technically correct for a sportscast,
It's
right?
sports. We got sports
Woo!
news. Sports news. Everybody loves sports news because
Sports.
in baseball news, it's a good day to be a New Yorker if you're a baseball fan because the New York Yankees have
Oh.
won 5-3 against the Detroit Tigers, and the New York Mets sadly lost 5-2.
Go
But
Mets.
don't worry, they've been having a pretty good season. One loss is not going to knock them off.
Go Mets.
And they'll be playing one at 110 today. And in hockey, the Arizona Coyotes forward Lad, his name is just Lad
Cool.
because
I guess
becomes
you could say he's quite a lad.
quite a fellow
Quite a gal. Quite a dude.
because he's the 370th player in the NHL history to reach 1,000 games milestone, the 15th player in the franchise history, and to stake his 1,000th game. And the New York Rangers will be playing tonight against the New York Islanders at 7:30. And tonight, the New Jersey Devils will be playing the Buffalo Sabres tonight at 7. And in NBA, we got some sad news because the Nets sadly lost against the Celtics last night. What? From
Sad.
114 to 107, making that 0-2 in the series. Come on, guys, we gotta get together.
It's a tough day to be a New Yorker.
Yes.
It's always a tough day to be in New York.
Oh, you're right, JT.
But in some good sports news, the Montclair lacrosse team destroyed Ramapo 21-4 last night. And the news just keeps getting better because the Montclair softball team beat William Patterson 7-0 in last night's game. And the Redhawks will be back on Saturday, April 23rd, with the final regular season home game. Montclair will host the College of New Jersey at 1 on senior night. I'm Alex. It's been sports.
Sports.
Go Mets.
Sports.
Sports. A tough day to be a New Yorker, but not a tough day to be a Red Hawk. Am I right?
Yes, Montclair.
But anyway, we have to get down to business.
Let's
Fun
get down to business.
to defeat the Huns.
Yeah.
Man, it's an
Yes.
off morning. I woke up and the sun was kind of up today,
Yeah, I don't
So-
like that.
right?
Yeah.
It's
odd.
just the vibes are off. I need a vibe recheck, you know. Anyway, we're gonna be
You got
talking.
stickers on your face. How you doing?
JT, I may have stickers on my face, but that doesn't mean I'm happy.
By the way, can I please offer some more context for the sticker thing? So,
Yes.
okay, y'all. So, like, we're in the midst of Battle of the Buzz, and we were talking the other day about what could make this morning fun. And so we're all like different album covers. But the problem with that is, at least for myself, is that I picked a My Chemical Romance album, and basically the makeup would just be blood spatters all over my face. So while Lara has stickers on her face, I know that at least in spirit, I'm celebrating this theme, this thematically with it's just,
Dude.
I know you're the only one presenting as an album. I mean, okay, you too, but
And Victor.
Come on.
well,
Childish
Victor, wait,
Gambino, because the internet.
that's right. You're Childish Gambino. Forgive me,
Yeah,
but
because the red light, the
but
red
yeah.
light, because the internet.
Alex, what are you supposed to be? Eminem on the cover of Marshall Mathers?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
wow,
It's not like I woke up at like 6:10 and was like, I need to run over here, and I just ran in the
It's
clothes I was
okay.
wearing.
Anyway, Laura,
It's
sorry
true.
to take you from your newscast.
What? Oh, I'm not doing a news.
Oh, not newscast. You know what I mean.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm wearing
It's
it.
whatever.
I'm wearing a Beatles shirt underneath, so
Alex is the Beatles in spirit.
I'm just all the Beatles, every single one.
I picked
Paul,
Juice WRLD, and I
Ringo,
almost came in my
George,
way.
John.
Alex is every single Beatle
Every
today.
Even the dead ones.
She's too
Yes,
soon.
especially the dead one. Too soon, JT.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a great time to move on. I don't even know how to transition that, to be honest with you.
Well,
Speaking of
talking
dead
about the
ones,
Beatles.
Wow, the Beatles. Wow.
You could
wow.
have said speaking of dead ones, but
guys, let's not talk about the Beatles anymore. It's really starting to
You've been-
bug me.
Perfect. With that being said, we're gonna get on to something serious. So we're gonna be talking about Ukraine and how Ukraine is Ukraine words are really freaking tough in the morning. I'm not okay right now. With a pointed warning toward Ukraine's Western allies, Russia test launched a new intercommercial missile on Wednesday. It unleashed a hail of bombs, artillery, and missiles inside Ukraine in a drive to weaken Ukrainian defenses for a major ground offensive in the east. An intensifying barrage aimed more than 1,000 targets came as Russian military made probing attacks along a 300-mile front line winding through Ukraine's southeastern Donbas region, which the Kremlin has said will be the focus of the next phase of the war, and it continued to build up and prepare a massive force there. The new Samurai intercontinental,
Yeah,
yeah,
Yes.
Alex has approved my
Yeah.
grammar. The ballistic,
yeah.
thank you, missile will force all who are trying to threaten our country in the heat of frenzied.
Yep.
Yep. Aggressive rhetoric to think twice, said Vladimir Putin of Russia. I don't know what day that was. I'm really off today. I'm sorry.
There you go.
It's not yet clear if the missile, which Russia's defense military said could carry multiple nuclear warheads and outwit defenses anywhere in the world, it actually possesses game-changing capabilities. The ministry also acknowledged that the missile is not yet ready for active deployment, as the United States said it had not been surprised by the launch. But the test firing and Mr. Putin's comments fit nearly into relentless Kremlin propaganda and campaign. The only information many of his people ever see present Russians not as aggressors, but as victims of Western persecution, yet still powerful and unbowed. But that's the thing about propaganda, it's going to be biased no matter where you go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just really not much to say about this, how it's gotten to this point and how sad it is that that I can do it. I can word correctly.
You need help?
No,
It's
I could do it. I can do it. I can word. It's just sad that we're at this point
Yeah.
with this.
It's real sad that we're still talking about this. It's been probably over 2 months at this point since the invasion.
I think it was 8 weeks.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
2 months.
2 months. 6 weeks.
So, and we're
Horrible,
still talking.
horrible.
about it. And it doesn't look like there's any end in sight, for at least what I'm seeing. And they're testing all these bombs. It's just all these. It's just gotten to a point where it's like, it's sad, but like I'm like, oh, okay, just another thing he's saying. It's like nonsense. Like I don't take
Yeah.
it seriously anymore.
That kind of like starts to get me thinking that I do actually am taking this more seriously now that there are, you know, artillery involved. And not only that, I just kind of think like what's gonna happen like to us, because obviously us, and I'm sure like I know we're not like the main sectors like focus point for it, but when you think about what can happen here in the US, you think cities, right? When you think of those kind of weapons and
Yeah.
bombings of cities and towns and everything. And it's just kind of sad because there's absolutely no reason for this. And it's just getting out of hand. It has been getting it has already been out of hand, but now it's even more out of hand.
Needless war.
We don't. This is the last thing we need.
Yeah.
And the fact that Putin's being selfish and having this war is just unacceptable. And what are we going to do? We can't do anything about it.
No, we can't go in. We can't do anything because then World War III.
Exactly. And honestly, every time I come on here and talk about it, I just feel like I'm sitting on the brink of World War III. And it feels awful because now we're just getting out of a pandemic. And I would even argue that we're still in it.
Yeah.
And the fact that
Technically we are.
Huh?
It's just we're not even fully out of the pandemic, and this is just another world epidemic that we do not need right now. It's a lot.
Yeah, and the sad
Too
thing is
much.
that, innocent people, are like dragged into this. People have to get out of their homes in Ukraine and
Mhm.
just go to neighbor countries, and it's sad that this type of political like war and stuff affects innocent people.
Exactly. And I just hope that everything is maybe I just hope there's peace. I know like there's always a thing like, oh, like if you could wish for anything, what would you wish for? World peace. And I know that's like the typical answer, but at this point in time, it's no farther from the truth. And with that being said, JT, would you like to give us our next story?
Yes, unfortunately, this story isn't very upbeat either. But a fire swept through a row of Park, New Jersey transit buses in Hudson County on Wednesday evening.
Oh,
Video from Skyfox showed the fire severely damaging at least 6 out of 7 buses before firefighters could even get water on the flames. The fire took place just off of Tonell Avenue in North Bergen. North Bergen Police Department said its police officers and firefighters from the North Hudson Regional Fire and Rescue Department responded to the fire, which was causing traffic delays. Police reopened Tonell Avenue after about 90 minutes. The fire sent thick black smoke billowing into the sky, which was visible for miles. Here in Montclair State, we could see the fire right outside our office and communications building. I can also see it from my dorm. Oh, fun fact. NYC Emergency Management said in an email alert, quote, due to emergency personnel operating at a fire in New Jersey, New York residents may see or smell smoke. I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw that, I did not automatically assume fire. I just thought that somebody was doing something they weren't supposed to, because I see smoke a lot. Mysterious smoke, especially from the office or my dorm. But a couple hours later, I saw that my buses had blown up, and the first thing I thought of was, I hope nobody was in those buses.
Yeah.
It didn't when I was writing the script last night, I was actually very curious because it didn't say anything about victims or anyone getting hurt or anything. So maybe they don't even know yet about what's going on. Wait.
Listen, it was 420. Okay, someone dropped a funny cigarette,
Oh man.
and that's what happened.
I guess so.
Honestly, I think that might be what I assumed when I saw the smoke.
Yeah.
I assumed that somebody was being a little doofenshmirtz with the ganja, and I thought that's what we were looking at. And then a couple hours later, I felt bad for making that joke out loud, and then I was like, well, I hope everybody's okay.
Well, it seems like this took place in a lot. So I
Mhm.
don't think that there were any people there besides, perhaps the person that triggered the fire. But these things also just happen. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you get some spare part situations, and that does happen. I'm just I'm glad no one was hurt.
Yeah, me too. And with that being said,
Laura,
what?
this is not the first time we've seen a bus fire.
When did we see a bus
Remember
fire?
at PCTI?
Oh, so back in high school.
Back in high school.
When was that? My junior year?
That was your sophomore year. That was my freshman year.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Huh.
Honestly, what? I remember now.
Yeah.
Was it like down the street
Yeah,
from
it
our?
was down the
For
street over
context,
there.
Laura and Alex went to the same high school.
Oh my god! For those of you who don't know, or like probably
Well,
forgot.
I didn't know.
Victor actually doesn't know. Alex and I went to the same high school. We're a year apart,
Oh.
and that was funny because our high school is about 20 minutes from here.
Yeah, it's in Wayne.
Yeah, it is in Wayne. It's just fire bad.
Fire bed and grub man.
So also, I would like to say, as a PSA, don't play with fire. We have one more story.
ASAP came home ASAP after being released from jail after posting
All
his
right.
private-
All
Okay,
right,
okay.
all
Oh,
right,
y'all
all right.
stop
No,
right
excuse
there.
me. We're gonna
No.
give you one more chance to start that over before
Do
we get
it
the
again.
pitchforks out. We got the pitchforks on the way.
No.
I said what I said, and I'm proud of it.
Done. Oh
I'm
my
proud of
god.
He
it.
posted a $550,000 bail.
Ooh.
The Los Angeles Police Department, the infamous LAPD, confirmed to ET sorry, that Rocky was booked and released Wednesday on a felony charge of assault with a deadly weapon, a firearm, for those of you who don't know, stemming from an alleged incident that took place in November 2021. We are just getting to this. The 33-year-old rapper, whose birth name is Raheem Mayers, has just returned from a vacation in Barbados with his Prego's girlfriend Rihanna when he was arrested at LAPD at a Los Angeles International Airport at approximately 8:20 a.m. That is very specific. He was
Oddly.
interviewed by LAPD Robbery Homicide Division before being booked at a Metropolitan Detention Center. Rocky was released at 3:27 p.m. after posting a $550,000 bail. We got to keep specifics, y'all. You know what's up.
And we're going to keep up with the specifics.
Exactly. A court date for Rocky has been set for August 17th at LAX Superior Courthouse, but the LA District Attorney Office telling ET that, quote, a case has been presented and is under review. Police say that November 6, 2021 at 10:15 PT, quote, an argument between two acquaintances occurred in the Hollywood area. According to the authorities, the argument escalated and resulted in the suspect firing a handgun at the victim. Victim sustained a minor injury from the incidents and later sought medical treatment. Following the shooting, the suspect and two additional males fled the area on foot. Shortly after Rocky's arrest, the LAPD executed a search warrant on the rapper's LA home, where a source tells ET that about 6 to 7 LAPD
Oh,
vehicles
stop.
were seen blocking traffic from entering or exiting Rocky's residential street. As far as how Rihanna is doing amid news of Rocky's arrest, source tells ET that she is focusing on her pregnancy. First of all, why don't we leave Riri alone and her baby? Leave them alone. Second of all, this is the second time Rocky's been in the news for 2 weeks. I would just leave him alone too. Third of all,
Yeah.
why this started in November 2021? You just all of a sudden remember it. Hey yo,
Nah, the courts
it was
got held
Rihanna's
up.
baby daddy.
Nah, the courts got held up a lot actually during the pandemic. And actually, the natural thing is that it takes a little wait, even after, when you're dealing with your charges. So
Well,
this
yeah,
is
when you're
actually
dealing
pretty-
with your charges, it takes a while. But like when they make the statement,
Yeah, but if
could be
he has money, so he's probably gonna try it, and that's probably why it took so long to arrange the case. But in any case, I will say this again and again. The only thing, listen, Rihanna, do your thing. Rihanna, please. But the only thing that's making me real upset about you being pregnant is that I'm not the baby. I'm
Album.
tired of this. Tired of it.
honestly, I have a theory because I saw this the other night and I was like, why November? Why now? And it's either A, because of the court thing, or B, somebody is angry that they're not Rihanna's baby daddy. So if they say,
I
if
would
I'm
be.
not going to be the baby daddy, nobody's going to be the baby daddy. Hey, yo, you remember how I got shot in November? Yeah, it was ASAP Rocky. Get him.
Listen,
Listen, I wish I was Rihanna's baby
ASAP.
daddy. Okay.
Pretty Flacco, okay. Man, they are
I
just
feel
so
like-
I
beautiful.
mean, they already
Well,
tried to start a cheating
yeah.
rumor to break them up. They said, okay, that didn't work. You know what? Let's get this boy in jail.
Speaking of Rihanna, I feel like she's been pregnant for forever.
Yes.
What? I feel like this is not lasting long enough, and she's about to pop.
Fair enough.
She's about to
Honestly.
pop.
I know they were I remember talk before about them bugging Rihanna for being as old as she is, and she's not that old, but like
As old as she is,
no,
she's
what
33.
I mean by that is
Sorry,
what
I
mean
got
by that is
outraged.
in
I
America,
would be.
they're like, oh, if you're not pregnant by
Yes.
25, what are you doing? So it's like they were looking at Nicki Minaj and Rihanna, and they were like, yeah, these women are like going about to be 30, they're not pregnant. What are you doing? And they're just like, do I have to be pregnant right now?
The
So it's like-
conversation that people aren't ready to have is not every woman wants children.
Exactly.
I
Like,
didn't even think Rihanna was gonna go there.
Me too.
Me
I did.
neither.
I honestly didn't because that was her attitude when they were bugging her. She was like, "Women don't have to be pregnant. You do know that, right?" So I'm like, "Yeah, Rihanna's just gonna like vibe the rest of her life, not have kids." And then out of nowhere, boom, baby. And I was like, "Oh,
Like that's why I feel like it's been going on for a while, but I feel like it's been so short.
Mhm.
When did
Oh
she
my
announce this?
goodness.
January? I don't know.
Rihanna.
I think honestly, when I first, because the
January?
reports leaked before Rihanna officiated it, and I have a rule for myself that if it doesn't come from the primary source, it's fake. So honestly, when like everybody first started saying Rihanna's pregnant, I was like, oh, let's wait because chances are y'all are lying because y'all tried to get her pregnant before.
Trolls. Wait.
And then she
Wait,
started
hold on,
popping out with that
JT.
little honey ball she's got in front of her.
Like
It really looks
her.
like a little Italian honey ball, but just bigger. Y'all know what honey balls are?
Yeah.
Yeah, she looked like a big little honey ball. I love it. Oh my gosh, stop. I'll get emotional right now.
Uh,
She's so precious. I
she
can't.
is. Anyway,
I don't know who ASAP Rocky is. I know. who
I guess you need to know him
Rihanna.
ASAP.
Whoa, first of all,
'Cause I just
honestly,
don't
okay, I'm gonna
listen.
tell you who ASAP Rocky is. He's literally the most beautiful man on earth. I'm
He's
sorry.
Like, he's
I
like
don't know
a
about
better
that.
looking
I
Travis
don't know
Scott.
about that.
He
He's
is
the
not a
real
better
man.
looking Travis Scott. He said it was Travis Scott with the face app on. JT, you're canceled. JT, you're canceled.
No, I
You know what I'm
believe
talking about?
JT.
That's another celebrity. That's another celebrity that tried to fight somebody for mixing them up. Travis Scott tried to fight somebody for calling him ASAP.
See, oh my
So every
gosh.
time
You know what?
JT read this story and read it as Rocky, I only know Rocky from like Rocky Balboa.
I
Okay.
knew you were gonna say Rocky
Okay.
Balboa.
We're gonna okay,
So I
okay.
watched
You know
all
what?
those, so I'm like, what's going on in the world?
Alex, I
Sylvester
need you to.
Stallone's like 80.
Here's what we need to do. We need to have you on my show, Olive Only, Sundays 5 to 6, so I can catch you up on some pop, not even pop, but just like some foundational stuff. Because my guy is 2022. You need to at least know who ASAP Rocky is. Not even for just the music. If you don't like the music, cool. But I'm telling you, that
Alex
man is so
probably
pretty.
listens to
I feel like
Weezer.
he's an inspiration for all men for how to dress. Like if you don't like for so many different things, and I just feel like I don't know, like a nice set of teeth. I don't know. He's a pretty person to
Yeah, he
observe.
landed Rihanna, so
I get my
that's-
fashion tips
Okay,
from
first of all,
August
that
Alsina.
they had the nerve to say his pregnant girlfriend Rihanna. First of all, you're the girlfriend,
Out of
ASAP Rocky.
pocket.
I don't
Yeah.
even want to hear it. Nah, like, are you serious?
I get my
Come on.
fashion tips from August Alsina. You know, pre-entanglement.
You know,
used to
you know
dress.
what? He did not just bring up entanglement.
He did, and that's a
Okay.
great sign. It's a great sign to move on. But there is a great. I would love to also mention our very fun, very important event that is coming up over the weekend.
Vinyl?
Vinyl Fun.
Not
I don't.
Vinyl.
School's
Vinyl
anniversary?
Fun.
I mean,
Huh?
that's Radio's birthday.
Yeah, it's WMSC's 55th anniversary.
Whoa, that's
Yeah.
older than me.
That's
Yeah.
older than all of us,
That's
JT.
older than
Yeah.
Not at
me.
spirit. I think at spirit
Did
I'm
you
like a
say not
70
in spirit?
Yeah, I'm a 70-year-old man at heart,
Wow.
but like
I do have to say, I really think our generation are just a bunch of old souls.
yeah, I've
Mhm.
been described as a grandpa that thinks he's still a
JT's
college
got
student.
arthritis.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
that's interesting.
That makes a lot of sense, JT. That makes a lot of sense. But no, we have Vinyl coming up. It's starting tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Woo
And you better be better. I need to find it.
Let's go.
Woo-wee.
We needed the baby let's go sound effect.
I think no, we don't have one.
Oh no.
As the queen of the sound effects.
Let's go.
As the queen of the sound effects, you don't have a sound effect.
I- Victor, why'd you gotta out me like that?
Laura is just a sound effect period.
Did-
Oh wow. A
did-
walking sound effect.
No, she's a walking meme with a minor in sound effects.
Is that what my degree is gonna say when I graduate?
Yes.
Oh,
Wow,
I'm
re-
scared.
I'm really feeling the love.
Love you, Laura.
That
Unacceptable.
you know what, JT? I'm putting you in timeout.
I'm always in
Oh wait, that's
timeout.
you're on mic 3. You're in timeout.
Oh dang.
Wow.
Why you calling me? I'm right. Just kidding. JT can come out of timeout.
Yay, that's the shortest timeout I ever had.
I feel bad whenever I do it.
Nobody puts JT. in the
Honestly,
corner.
as a kid, I never stayed in timeout. They were like, sit in the chair. And I was like, why do I have to sit in the chair? Because you did something bad. You had to sit in the chair. And I was like, what's keeping me in the chair? We're keeping you in the chair. And I would stand up and be like, look at that. I'm out of the chair. Like that was the type of kid
You
I
would have
was.
annoyed me so much if when I was a child, because I would be like, just sit in the chair. Just why can
JT, why make it
I
so
had this
difficult?
problem with sitting down too, but like if somebody told me to go like to time out and sit in a chair, I would sit in the chair and be like, this makes no sense. Why am I sitting in the chair? But I would sit in the chair.
You
Lars-
just sit in the chair.
Yeah.
Or were you a bad kid? I feel like you were like they call kids ankle biters, but I feel like only a select few are actual ankle biters. Laura might have actually been an ankle
Do you
biter.
think I'm an ankle biter,
I think
JT?
Laura-
That's what she said.
That's
what
out
they
of
said?
pocket.
ankle bite.
You might have actually been an ankle biter.
Not only did you
Unexpected.
offend Lara, but you also sort of offended vampires. I don't know.
I'm offended. I'm really
and also
offended.
mosquitoes and
I'm trying
ticks.
to talk about Vinylthon, and here we are talking about
Only here,
JT.
Large is biting people's ankles.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
dude.
Wow, I will not. I
Why?
will not stand for this. Hold
I'm
on, let me
trying to
turn my
talk-
camera back on
I'm
so y'all
just
know.
trying to talk. Thanks. Oh, hi, Olive. I'm just trying to talk about our awesome event that's starting tomorrow.
Vinylthon is so amazing. You
Well,
should
let's talk about Vinyl.
let's
Wow,
go.
Don't stop biting people's
Yeah.
ankles,
Yeah,
You can bite
wow.
people's
I'm not
ankles
biting
later.
people's ankles.
Alex, we can't hear you with all that ankle in your mouth.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been a
Alex, we
couple ankles
cannot.
on my dick.
Alex, we cannot
I'm not-
hear you
I'm
with
not
all the
denying it.
ankle.
We'll be back here on the morning buzz.